There is a very clear and strong connection between giving feedback and providing correction. Correction is one of the types of feedback, and so giving feedback is a wider concept, which is relevant not only in the context of teaching, but is in fact a life skill. We tend to associate correction with making mistakes. So in language learning, correction will be dealing with issues in terms of language systems, such as vocabulary, grammar, or pronunciation, or with regard to the accepted way of communicating in different situations or using different channels. So for example, when you're talking to a friend, you don't want to use the same kind of language as when you're writing to your local member of parliament. In teaching, we tend to give a lot of different types of feedback. This includes correction, but also feedback on, for example, students' attitude to learning, their behavior, or on how well they are able to follow the rules of the school which they're attending. Giving feedback is a communication skills. For us, teachers of a foreign language, our subject matter is communication. So we know very well that a communication skill is something that can be learned. The first step to learning is always noticing. So my suggestion is this: consider the features of good, effective, successful feedback. Then reflect on your current feedback giving ability and think if you want to change anything in how you give feedback in order to make it more appropriate on the level of content and delivery. You may find it useful to ask your colleagues to give you feedback on your feedback giving skills. Learning to give good feedback takes time and requires reflection, but it's certainly a skill that can be learned and improved to meet the needs of whoever you give feedback to. Feedback is a skill which is essential for EFL teachers, but it's a communication skill which we in fact use a lot outside the classroom. We give feedback to our partners, to our children, our parents, but also we are more and more often asked to provide feedback on the services we use. For example, the quality of customer care after we have talked to a call center employee. If you learn how to give feedback successfully in the classroom context, chances are you will be equally effective when giving feedback in a situation which has nothing to do with teaching. This is because all good feedback, no matter if we give it in the classroom or outside the classroom, is governed by the same principles with regard to its content and delivery.